I mean, Tank looked. He didn't perform as well that fight, but I mean, a lot of people like they say Santa Cruz won the fight, all that stuff. I don't think he won the fight. I think Tank won that fight convincingly. Regardless of his performance, is just he had a difficult fight with some dude that he thought he could get out of there, and he couldn't get out of there. And Tank, I don't think he's as big as a puncher as people think. I think he just bullies a bunch of small dudes and weight drained opponents like Pedraza and Barrios, and small dudes like Santa Cruz, torn Achilles Gamboa, that 122 pounder he fought on so I don't think he's that big of a puncher. I think he's just explosive and gets these people that just stand there in front of him, and they're smaller than him. So, I mean, it's only obvious that he's going to knock them out.
What did you see then that Cruz did that you said, oh, let me take a mental note of that? That gives Gervonta Davis problems.
Well, Gervonta just doesn't like going backwards. And Cruz just pressured him, stayed tight the entire time, and just pressured him the entire time. And I don't think Gervonta hurt Cruz at all that fight. Actually, I think the person getting hurt was Gervonta. So.
And you see the fight with you and him as you being the aggressor and being a guy that can push him back and pressure him.
Man, the thing is, people don't realize this. I'm the better boxer out of me and him. And people want to think all that stuff because they all do. Everybody does this mitts and stuff like that, But I'm the better boxer. I'm longer. I'm stronger. I'm bigger, I punch harder. I mean, I don't think anyone's really doubting any of those things I just said. And they're like, oh, well, Rolly don't have no. My face never comes out marked up. His eyes are always shut. Every single fight, his eyes are shut. So I don't know. I don't really get hit. But people think I have no defense. It makes no sense. But it's whatever the masses think.
Yeah.
Well, because for the most part, nobody's really pressured you. And the one time somebody went out there and was a slick boxer, he basically ate you alive. You couldn't get around his jab. He just outboxed you. So, and you was a little lumped up that fight too, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the guy's name, but the one we fought on PBC to a draw. Now, as far as him pressuring Tank, now I'll be honest with you, I don't think Tank like going backwards. I do believe that could be an issue. In the Santa Cruz fight, he did have a little bit of problems when we tried to box Santa Cruz because of his length, and when he was trying to fight off the back foot, he didn't look too comfortable. Offensively, it looked like he was a little lost. Defensively, he was okay. He did make Santa Cruz still miss some, but when he heated up, it was when he came forward, pressed Santa Cruz, and eventually got him out of there. Kind of the same thing with Mario Barrios. Now, as far as what he said about the difference in Tank size compared to some of fighters, number one, I don't think Mario Barrios was weight drained, even though he did move up to 147. He looked chubby at 147, so you could scratch that. Now, as far as Pedraza, he didn't look weight drained either. I'm sorry, but he didn't. He was comfortable enough to be the champion. So, at 135. So, as far as him being weight drained, I think that's more your opinion than fact. Now, as far as him fighting guys who moved up and that were smaller than him, well, Leo Santa Cruz isn't smaller than him. Leo Santa Cruz is like 5'9". I'm sorry. He has the room on his frame to fight at a 135 or 140 if he probably chose to. But the fact that he was disciplined enough to fight at 126 and 130, it is what it is. But he didn't look out of shape at all. Like I said, if you go look back at Mario Barrios, he looked out of shape when he fought Keith Thurman. He didn't look cut up at all compared to what he looked like when he fought Tank. And I didn't see that with Leo Santa Cruz. He looked like he wore that 135 pounds pretty well. So I'll disregard that. Now, it is a couple guys that Tank fought that moved up who were smaller than him and probably didn't have any place. And I ain't even going to say that because, honestly, it's part of boxing. People move up, people move down to make fights. It is what it is. So I'm not going to necessarily penalize him, especially you fought a former champion that moved up. Hey, what you want me to say? Gary Russell, he trying to fight these dudes at 135. If he lose, yeah, somebody might say he was too small, but what if he wins? If you're a real skilled fighter, the size don't mean quite as much unless you're fighting another skilled fighter. So it is what it is. But so I took most of what Rolly said with a grain of salt. But I do really believe he believes he can beat Tank Davis. I believe he does have a puncher's chance. I believe it's going to be interesting to see what happens when he land a solid shot on Tank. And I believe it's going to be very interesting when Tank lands a solid shot on him. But to say Tank Davis can't crack, come on, man. You can see that with some of these sparring sessions they be having Tank in with some of these bigger guys. Tank can hit, man. It is what it is. If you beating up and knocking out welterweights in sparring, and I mean knocking them out, and arguably middleweights, then the dude can crack, man. It is what it is. And that's pretty much all I got this Head Buster Boxes on Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know, do you agree with what Rolly Romero says? Is the only reason why Tank has all the knockouts is because he was fighting guys that were weight drained and undersized. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. This Head Buster Boxes on Fight Doctor. I am out.
Swallow on the left hand now. There you go. Now it's there. However you want to throw it. However you want to throw it. There you go. Let him go. Let him go. You don't back over there. There you go. Now bring it up to the middle off that. Bring it up to the middle off that. We went up the middle. Right back over that good. Right back up through there.
Oh!
Now you double that over there.
Oh, he might be ready to go, y'all.
Double that right hook. Double that right hook. Give it to you. Now back down there.
Oh, shit. All right, stop it. Oh, shit. 30 seconds.
Stay on over there. Stay on over there. Stay on over there. Stay on back over there. Back over there. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I don't want to give you the right side. I want to give you the left side.